Hit that record. Alright. So, welcome back, everyone. It's going to be a bit of a short session tonight. A lot of RP stuff because party needs to do their last bit of prep before they go into, well, I guess we will call it the final dungeon and the boss rush. So, last we left off, the Fading Hearts went to go visit the remnants of Palathenius, and well, that was probably one of the few times I saw damage levels like that since 3.5. So that put a smile on my face, but at the same time, like, well, I now am confident they can dish it out. That being said, uh, they managed to retrieve the corpses of the now dead elemental gods of that particular world. The Neb freaked out a little bit while instructing them to put their corpses into the cauldron, see if she can revive them. If not, well, that just happens. Anyway, this will be the final, well, second to last RP session for the party, depending if or not they reach the second one. So, everyone's doing their final preparations, last talks with other people. I'm sure, at the very least, the three that are currently present, because right now we are currently in Mother's Day. I'm not going to apologize for that. I have my own reasons for just holding a session on Mother's Day. So, I'm sure at least three of our players, if present, are going to be having some things planned and done. And I'll leave the stage to them.
Yeah. So you said they're putting all the gods into the pot?
Yep. She is trying to revive them.
All the gods in a pot?
Yep.
We're gonna stir them up, then we're gonna serve it on a fucking silver platter.
I mean, I ate one of them and then regurgitated it, so I mean...
Delicious.
That's delightful. So I guess this will be the last run.
Yes, as Zeneb is looking at the cauldron with very much a nervous look and a clear cold sweat of please work. And looks to you guys again. Yes, many of our mutual friends and those hanging out in the tavern, Stormslinger, and those that you've connected with and helped out in some degree or another are preparing themselves as well. Some of them were visiting some of the facilities and improving or sharpening their weaponry gear. I suppose one could say you won't be going into that fight alone.
Well, I suppose it is for the fate of everything, so... Good. Want to be freeloaders.
I mean, for the most part, most of you are freeloading in my runaway carriage, but... Tomato, tomato.
Sorry, I was busy zoning out. What did I miss?
Just the whole everyone is planning to fight together and join you on that supposed last hurrah before the end of the universe.
Oh, yes, the Universal Suicide Mission. My favorite.
Yes. Also, I think you had a dimensional phone call from something from the far plane that I don't want to talk to.
Oh, God's calling me. Finally, it's been ages.
Yeah, she identified herself as you, so I'm wondering how you are calling yourself.
Oh, she's an STD, don't worry about it. She clings like one, too. Oh, sorry, I should clarify. STD is just a shorthand. Space... fuck, I forgot. Space-time distortion. AKA an alternate universe. It's just funny when you say STD, because people don't know what the fuck it means.
Yes, I had a different meaning thought process, but different universes, different jargons. Right, so why don't you go take that call away from my shop a little bit? Maybe out front door or back door of the open spot area in case I need to eject you out of here.
I'll go to the edge, don't worry. She just starts walking towards this way and heads out of the shop.
Right, I hope the rest of you have, I suppose, a pleasant rest or whatever else you need to do. I'll be here, hopefully trying to revive those, points of the cauldron. It worked for other things, but I never really tried it with a actual god thing. I'm just hoping they revive. I don't want to take any responsibilities. Oh, as oh, Marzel, as you asked that. She pauses. It almost looks like her eyes kind of glaze over for a brief second, and then looks right back at you. Yep. One particular call. Your primal friend, or the big giant flying, swimming lizard thing. Honestly, since when did my home become a hub for everyone to contact you guys and everybody else in this distorted end of the universe situation?
Here from outside. Because you love us so much.
I wish, if there is another universe or another this whole reset thing, I would like to have a less of a bleeding heart then.
We are called the Fading Hearts for a reason. Eventually we'll go out and die. I can point out my passive's high enough I can probably hear it talking.
She very calmly just makes a hand gesture and the door closes. Like, close. Close. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that was exactly what Danette just did. Just closes the doors.
Who isn't sick of battery as shit at this point? Let's be real.
Danette is now.
It's the end of the universe. I'm pretty sure she can humor me one last time before she never has to see me again.
Oh yeah, she's humoring you, but she's also just wondering,
Where the fuck I'll leave?
more like where she stands in this whole thing. Right, so if you wish to speak with me in whatever manner or whatnot, I'm going to be here making my own plans. Also delete these two since they're not going to be here now. Oh, right. Binge, I would believe it's best you stand by the cauldron in case something bad happens. There's like a long pause. Fine. Do I need to stand there very long? Just for a half hour, dear.
This is your gods and god soup. Binge.
He just whispers to you, I might have to make him eat them.
That's
There's a
something
sound. There's a soundboard I could use, but I really don't want to. You know what? I'm gonna turn this down, but this is what I'm just thinking of when I heard that. Let me make sure this is turned all the way down, at least on my end.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Oh, hold on. Did it work? No. I have to click it again.
Do not bore me again! Do not bore me! Do not bore me again!
What the hell is that?
Don't worry about it.
I will not. Probably off
It's
session.
a VTuber. It's a VTuber shit. That's it.
Okay, since I don't know what that is, I will ask that question off stream. Anyway, Binge kind of just stands over the cauldron, which starts moving the very large, strange pendulum item, which Syndra, you don't need to roll for this because you can tell that's a very modified pestle to to move everything in there without needing any physical strength for it. Alright. Hopefully I have enough magic to cast a few more attempts for resurrection. No chance to use Wish, unfortunately, since I had lost privilege to using that spell. And now...
Oh. Oh, I didn't know you lost that ability.
Oh, I lost it quite a few years ago. You know how the saying is, roll the dice.
Yes, I do.
Anyway, moving to our esteemed funny girl.
Esteemed is one way of putting it nicely.
Uh-huh. So you were told you were getting a phone call.
Hello. I hope you're not a spam caller. I've been getting a lot of those. You're so esteemed to me with the STD. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's called a whorehouse. Or sorry, a gentleman's club. So I could be pedantic.
Yep, just grabbing this. And I should have her sheet somewhere. There we go.
God damn it.
Hmm. Hello. Oops. Wait, this is not quite the form I wanted to use. As she appears in a very familiar metallical form.
Yeah. It's still wearing the armor it gave you.
Oh,
Yeah,
wrong
whatever.
one.
Your choice, not mine.
Well, considering the fact that I can now morph my form however I wish.
Ew.
What? You don't like to see your vestige without the extra details?
No, I'm just thinking about how ugly I look in the color black.
Hmm. I thought it was actually pretty good.
Either way, what do you want?
Right, since I think you dropped something back in the other place that you offered to me, and you're asking something about giving it back.
I would prefer it, considering, and considering we are at least working together, I figured you'd be at least willing to leverage yourself for the time being, considering what you took. And also, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a paladin breathing down my neck if I don't.
Make me a persuasion, just a flat one.
I'm super good at those, I'm 90% sure.
Uh-huh.
I have a +1, I'm fucked. Unless I nat 20 this. Yeah.
Mm, fine. I did took a little nibble though.
I kinda figured. I'm not going to mention that. But I do at least, and you watch her kind of struggling, appreciate working with you.
Ooh.
Though, under most normal circumstances, I probably wouldn't, but it's the end of the world, so all gloves are fucking off at this point.
Oh yes, I was seeing some of the weird things that was going on. I found it pleasantly chaotic.
I'm going to shove you, and hopefully Cinder also shoves you in the ass end of a corner where you get to see no sunshine.
Oh, you're going to miss me. But anyway, she
I'm really not.
holds up
You
a
like that?
hand, and for a brief moment, you do see the form of the fire god that she took. Again, dead as a doornail.
Yeah.
And with the absolute unceremonious care of a, well, heathenistic version
A
of
bitch.
yourself.
You can say a bitch, it's okay.
I still gotta be somewhat polite. Ish. Let me
I
just
would.
place. I know, but I'm just gonna place who she took. As this poor corpse of a god is now even smaller. And treats him undignifyingly like a bowling ball and just rolls him into the into Deneb's shop, right towards the cauldron.
So it just goes rolling in.
Uh-huh. And those of you that are inside the shop sees this happening. I need to roll something for Binge. Because he just saw his god get treated with the most disrespect possible. That makes a lot of sense.
Kiki's delivery service. For what? For gods?
Yep. Binge is dashing out. And as soon as the gonorrhea is basically seeing Binge come out, she just gives a wave at you in a wiggling the fingers. Right, my other funnier starry half, I'll help you once in that whole final battle, but no more than that.
Well, I kind of figured, because if you don't, both of us going to cease to exist. Or would behoove you at the very least to do one thing. Much as I know you probably don't want to lift a finger and rather watch me be erased so you can take that fucking throne.
Why would I want your throne?
This is why I hate talking to myself, because I'm always a bitch. Oh, hi, Benj. How are you doing?
Binge kind of just starts walking over. The ground's literally shaking as he's looking in that direction. Points at where your other copy of yourself was standing. I just saw a version of you without a face that was wearing a very horrible attire that I suspect she just threw my world's fire god into the cauldron.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. But don't worry. I made a deal to get it back from her. And you should have all your gods in your alphabet soup.
You don't have to see it, you just feel it, that Binge just frowns. Don't call it like that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be sacrilegious or the like. But for the most part, when we were fighting in the heat of the moment, she had taken your god in order to cut the connection between Edward and a few others, but I made a deal to get it back. Because I figured you could use more of it than she would. I do apologize to cause any miscomfort. My goal when it was ordered to get it was to, like I said, ensure Edward couldn't have access to it. So that was one of the few ways I felt I could influence it, was asking for help. Obviously that could have blown up in our faces, but we got it back at the end of the day, albeit a lesser powerful variant of the god, and she may have a piece of it in her, but for the most part it's still the same god to it all. Which I'm surprised it's actually still in one piece.
I appreciate it. It is odd, I will admit, since I was picked up by you and the others back at the Undersea Temple and did not expect to have my life change this much.
Well, think of it this way, Binge. Sometimes fate has a cruel way of introducing you to a better life or worse life. It's a matter of the roll of the dice, really.
Yeah. I still feel like this is some sort of crazy, insane nightmare.
Don't worry. If it is, we'll all wake up soon enough.
Well, I did promise Lord Tyrion and the others and to you that I would fight with you to the very end, so here's
Well,
to
we're
hoping.
approaching that soon. Oh, sorry.
No, that's it.
Well, as she kind of walks over, pats him on the shoulder as she's walking past. He's taller than her, right? Did I remember correctly, or
Yeah,
no?
he's what is
Okay, she'll reach up like
what
that.
is
God,
what
God.
is Adria's height?
I actually don't know. Hold on, let me see if I ever wrote it down. I want to say she was like 5'6".
Oh, so Benj is
I
only
might actually.
Benj is only
Hold
a
on, really.
little bit taller than you.
Oh no, she's 5'9". Holy shit, I made her tall.
Oh, he's only an inch taller than you. He only looks taller than you because of the armor he's wearing.
Oh, okay, cool. I actually forgot how tall Adria was, but I'm glad I actually wrote it down. She kind of pats him on the shoulder as she walks by. Don't worry, Benj. The end is coming soon, and we're just all preparing for it, so... Sharpen your sword, polish your armor, get a good night's rest, because once we raid the castle, there's no going back.
Yes, I do need to talk to my wife.
I'm assuming... Nope. And...
He
well
wa-
then,
He
I
moves.
need to go see a disciple.
Yes, he moves with a speed and grace that belies the fact that he's wearing all that heavy armor.
Sometimes I wonder how fast that man can move. Like, holy fuck.
You've seen him without his armor.
I have.
But to return to what Arizel and Syndra are saying, as you were discussing the whereabouts or possibility of Eric, your tormentor, still being alive, then Ned says, "Ah, yes. Nope, he's very much alive. I believe you did requested me to cast Locate Person, Miss Arizel."
I can't believe he's still alive.
I believe in the case similar to my situation, someone's keeping him as a wish machine. No worry, Ari. But the Neb adds in, yes, despite his roguish looks, he's actually a very skilled, musically not so inclined chatterbox. I believe you call them bards and minstrels.
That explains a lot.
He has a lot. I will say this: he has a much more better luck than I do when it comes to that wish spell. I screwed up after the third try. But, Miss Arizel, if you wish, you could always check the other facilities and some of the other merchants that are lurking about to see if you can find some potent potions, poisons, things to use on the, I guess you would call it a wish machine?
They have a fucking gachapon here?
What's a gachapon?
Like, do you know above table what it is, are you asking, or?
No, that's already Deneb asking you. The player knows,
Oh,
but
it's like the... okay. It's like the weird thing where you put in a gold piece and then it shits out a prize. Very popular among Fae because they put all kinds of shit in there and then you watch them bang their head off the glass to get something.
I feel it's a very good distraction tool when I don't have to deal with the other four Fae that you've all brought here.
As long as you put one shiny thing in it and make them spend gold on it, it's real worth it.
But to get you quickly up to date, Miss Adaria. I hope your phone call was interesting, as I could have sworn I saw a human bowling ball of fire fall into the. I'm not going to ask any more beyond that. Anyway, the individual that Miss Arizel is looking for is still somehow very much alive and has been casting a lot of wish spells, because I could definitely sense the breaks and somewhat twisting of reality a lot more often.
Can't we just cut off his fucking hands at this point, or his tongue?
When you have very powerful archmages and, from the sounds of it, an artificer who had plenty of time to set things up, make vats and vats of clones, I don't know.
I hate dealing with the magically inclined. They're always a bitch.
Then Ned just kind of shrugs. I'm sorry if I'm magically inclined, and so is Syndra and yourself.
Oh, I'm aware. It doesn't mean that I can't be any more petty.
So, were you able to handle your STD?
Thankfully, yes, because that rolling ball of fire is actually part of a deal, and thankfully I was able to get it back since it was Binge's god. Or what's left of it.
Yes, I'm going to try to resurrect them if I can.
Be careful with the rolling ball of fire. It might also still have taint of fall realms and ethereal mixed in. So, just be careful with that last one.
Oh yes, I most certainly will, and chances are it's already contaminated my cauldron if there is any of that.
It watches like, oh wait, I forgot. The fuck that Kermit, what's his name? Brain's derping.
Shabrana.
Shove.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shub was in there taking a bath. Never mind, I think you should be fine.
Yes, I had to spend a good amount of hours cleaning it. Alright, let me go ahead and deal with this. If any of you have questions, feel free to ask. I will be here, as well as everyone else who is probably making their last minute preparations.
Well, I have to go see a disciple about a dragon. I'm thrilled about it.
Okay.
That shouldn't be too bad. You two have anything fun to do, or you just want to sit around in the shop and wait till the end? Fix it.
I have a lot of things I have to do.
Now the question is, how many of them are you actually going to share with me?
None.
That sounds about right, because if you did, I would have thought you were being weird.
If I shared them with you, then what would be the point of doing them?
'Cause I don't know what the fuck you're doing half the time. You just kind of skulk in a room sometimes, and it's weird.
You...
Go ahead. We're towards the end at this point, so...
I don't really have to say.
Fair enough. Alright. Well, like I said, I have to go see a man about a priestess, and he's probably still in the mess hall. Alright, and perhaps maybe talk to you all later.
Just say hi to your
Good night.
father.
If only he didn't idolize me like a creep. In the...
At least he's not sexualizing you.
Not yet he's not, which worries me. All I just hear now is fucking Radiohead creep in the back of my head.
Oh, wow.
Alright, do you have anything you need to get done? Or should say anything that he needs my help.
No warranty about my soul.
Doing the Lord's work.
That was a voice in your head, yeah. Not we all. If it's any I mean, you've always been a psychopathic killer, so you've had that going for you, and I always have respect for it. I think surprisingly well. That's the part that bothers me a little. But I think that's because I know what's going to happen next. I don't have a thing. Watch together, Old. Why is it so quiet?
Oh, we're just...
Why are my inner thoughts haunting me?
I'm always just waiting for Arizel's typing.
Yep. Not entirely sure how much fixing we can do of what has happened. But becoming more than we are, I suppose that's kind of a necessity at this point. No problem.
No worries, buddy.
Yes. That is probably what happened. Make sure you prep and are ready for everything. As we used to say, smoke them if you have them. Why don't you do that? It probably needs to tell you something important. Just have to be right back.
No worries.
It'll be a calm day. The rain's also making me tired and making me think it's raining outside.
If you want to change, you can change it, buddy. No worries.
I am testing the mic. Is
I
it
can,
working?
yes, I can
Yes.
hear you,
Oh,
buddy.
for fuck's sakes, okay.
What kind of mic do you have?
Currently I've actually got a gaming mic, so it's supposedly better. I don't know if it is right at this moment,
It seems fine for
but
now.
okay. I think it's the computer I'm on that's slower than hell. So
Alright, so you want to go see, or rather have a word with Bractos?
Where did Miser go?
it's here.
I
Look at
have
this.
muted myself without realizing it.
Oh well, shit.
Miser
was
telling
my-
a whole ass story where just you're like, huh, I wonder what's going on in the world right now.
Yep, no, I was, first I said welcome back, and then, I just said, alright, so Arzel, you wish to speak with Bractos, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let me just fix this, change that. Alright. Welcome back, Syndra. Just a moment, we are currently switching to Bractos here. And Arizel, let me just place yourself here.
Okay, give me one sec.
Or you want, I'll do it for you. Save you the trouble. It seems like you're having that crazy... Where is it? There we go.
That would be great. Oh, maybe? Hang on. Does the mic work?
Mic's still working.
Hello? Okay, great. Sorry, yes. If you can drop me down, that would be great, because my Switch screens, it literally will crap out on me.
Yeah, no worries. I just did that for you, buddy.
Oh my god. Thanks. I appreciate it.
No worries. Let's see, where is... So, as you enter the particular communication, almost like a strange hub to talk to ethereal or astral projection forms of other beings, you do see the familiar form of Baractos covered in what looks to be like frost and changes since his fight with the other primals. And you definitely sense a lot more power coming out of him than the last time you've met him. And yet, despite that immense amount of power, there is a sense of patience as he has been waiting for you. And as you entered, you do hear the voice in your head. So you finally arrived, my champion, and you seem to be in distress.
Yes. And trying to figure out what more, I don't know. I'm confused. Are we doing something specific with... Like, am I doing anything different than just doing what we need to do to save it so that the end does not be completely gone and zip zap is done? I guess the better question is, am I becoming a planet? Did I get that right at one point or another?
Yes.
I don't know.
That was a choice.
Yes? Okay, great.
You had it right.
Great.
That was a choice that you can make.
Okay, okay. And if I choose not to be a planet, what does that mean?
That is simply your choice. You would still have the divine spark, the primordial energy of it. I myself will revert, or rather, I suppose you would refer to it as a fueling spark for the new universe, or the current universe, to continue existing.
That would mean that I don't get to essentially go home. Because this is a very heavy decision. And I suppose that I may never see my family again, which is, my main thing is I want to be home with my family. And unfortunately, I don't know about whether or not I can even get to my brother, but where I stand now is still very heavy as I come to form relationships with other people. And while this group is a ragtag group of friends here, friends lightly for some of us, if not acquaintances, would it be the choice that I have in front of me? It seems. I just wonder if it seems like I would be selfish if I say no.
The fact that you are even considering the choices ahead of you does not make you selfish. There are those that would sacrifice many others, as such as the one that has caused this problem, for their selfish desire. You faced a crossroads many times over and over. I had mentioned many times that you can walk away from it. You have done a lot and much more than what your original purpose that those have binded you. You have already broken free from those bounded destinies. Oh, I forgot the damn comment I just saw there on the chat. Damn it, Mariner.
I was making a joke.
I know.
Find it funny.
I know. But I guess like sometimes I notice something too late. You've also said you wish to see your family again. It is, at least from my perspective, not too late to attempt to see them now, or in whatever events that happens after this collision course. As you have said, you and your ragtag group of friends have made many things possible.
I think I wonder too is if my family would even recognize me. I'm not the same person I was when I left them. Not that I chose to leave, of course, but I also didn't, once I was free of such things, didn't make my way home yet. So would they even know who I am?
It does not hurt to try. I will not ask a sacrifice from you if I myself am not willing to make a similar sacrifice. And the bonds and bindings you have placed upon yourself, it is not to be seen as a deterrent or weakness as others would claim it to be. If it is your strength, then make it your strength and core reason to fight onward.
I guess, is there a time limit for the choices that I have ahead of me to make?
Sadly, yes.
And how much time do I have?
Most likely until the moment when we deal with the Titan of the End, though the traitorous other half of me is working alongside it. Most likely, you will know when that end comes. At least, that critical moment of decision. Because one of the tells that you will know is when the connection you and I is fully and completely severed, and the remnants of power within you begin to act upon their own.
And is that the moment that the choice will be made for me?
More of you have to make a decision. Or else, as you have said, and fear, a decision will be made for you. You will be robbed of your agency.
You mentioned maybe being able to see my family now. In what capacity could I see them? We are so far away from where they could even be. Hell, I don't even know where they're at. I don't even know if they're home.
You see the giant primal tilts his head around, looks. And I do sense fragments of their souls wandering around close to the end, the time of the end's core nebulous. But I suspect you want to see them more corporeal and of flesh and bone.
If there is an option, yes. But if that is much harder to accomplish.
I can only bring one. At this moment, sadly.
Shit. Um. And. Oh, goodness. I suppose my brother would not be one of them.
I sense their souls, all three that you are connected to. But due to the proximity that they are in by the entropy itself, I can only pull one of them safely through for a time.
And if it is possible, I would like to see my brother.
And as Baraktos nods, with a very loud crack of thunder, a bolt of lightning in front of you hits the ground. And your brother appears. Although he does seem to be a bit malnourished. Still clothed, but you also see that he is not fully corporeal, but enough that the instability is only temporarily. Small flickers here and there. What? And he looks very confused for a brief moment, but locks eyes onto you, Arizel. Sis? What? Oh. What happened to me? I could have sworn I. Okay, I know I died a few times, but.
Hey, are you really here?
I think so. The ground's pretty cold, but he immediately turns and looks behind him and nearly jumps out of his skin as he sees the astral projection of Baractos, who for the moment looks like he is sleeping and standing up as the eyes are closed.
Jesus. Sleeping on the job, damn. Yes, well, that I can explain a little bit later, but...
He immediately backs up.
Oh, for God's sakes.
What? What is that thing? That's a big giant sleeping. That's a dragon, isn't it?
Uh, sure, not really, but close enough. It's considered a primal. I don't think we have enough time to dig super deep into that one. But let's just say I have some new powers and he helps me with it, and yes. I reach out to see if I can't touch his shoulder.
As you do that, as you make contact with your brother, there is solid, or rather, you sense a bit of your own strength being pulled out of you, and the incorporeal flickering completely stops. And you definitely sense weight, flesh, bone. His very life essence in front of you. He is not a ghost. He's not a phantom. No trickery or illusion. He is solid. He is very confused. Still malnourished. But you also recall he was kind of like this when he was left in the hands of Red Fox and his goons.
And the next thing I do is I turn him around and I give him a hug.
Well, sit. Are you I mean, I'm a little surprised. Last I remember was the prison and... Wait, did I die? I think I did.
In a roundabout way, yeah, you did. Um, I have been working to try to get you away from who we unfortunately, as our lineage is tied to.
Oh. He then points in Bractos' direction. Again, seems to be dormant at the moment. Even as you look with your high enough passive perception, Bractos is... There's no movement of the chest or showing any signs of breathing. It's just very still like a statue. And your brother Kavirius just kind of points again. I mean, is that guy any different, better? He's not going to demand some sort of crazy claim on our souls and all that stuff, is he?
No. No. Though I am left with a choice to make, and it might result in me possibly not being here anymore. But I think I wish that you were able to be here and with Mom and Dad, as I'm sure they have no idea where we are, and haven't for years.
Oh man, Mom's gonna kill me.
Why?
I mean, I pawned off that shield of hers.
You pawned off Mom's shield?
I mean, she wasn't using it. That's why I got into the whole entire situation to begin
Right.
with.
Yeah, Mom probably is going to kill you. Maybe. Maybe you are better where you're at. I sincerely doubt Mom's going to really worry about that, though, to be quite honest. She might be a little mad, but I sincerely doubt she's going to necessarily.
You've seen how Mom gets when she gets mad. She swings that damn warhammer with that gets.
Yes, I know. I don't miss it.
But all right, please catch me up on what's happening because again he again points in the direction of Baractos, who is just still as a statue. That's freaky. This whole place is freaky, and I never picture you as gestures around again, religious-ish type.
You know, it's funny because Mom is, so I guess I get that a little bit from Mom.
I mean,
Anyways. But
we weren't exactly
personally am not.
following that.
What?
We didn't exactly follow it to the letter. It's just poured into that whole thing.
Drugs. I'm not really following it to the letter, I suppose, so Mom might be kicking both of our asses.
Yeah, no, I can kind of see Mom doing that.
Yes. She's going to kick our ass once she knows that we're okay, and then she's going to kick our ass for selling shit that we aren't supposed to, being gone for so damn long. I could make a list as long as, like, 5 or 10 scrolls, I'm sure.
You're not wrong. I mean, I thought it was not really important, considering she left it in that little journal entry of hers that she was putting down her stuff and everything, so yeah, I didn't think that went through.
I mean, Mom did put down her job, but I sincerely doubt she wanted to throw the things out. But hey, you know, what has happened, and quite frankly, I think Mom would be more forgiving than you realize.
Yeah, I was the idiot. I fell for the whole believing in a mage could break my our situation with a is it right to say the demon's name here without points again to Bractos, him getting upset?
This is me talking, is it? I quite frankly don't remember.
And as far as you know, Orcus is he got by the god of or rather the king in yellow.
Right, yes. Well, I don't think he'll get upset. He got, if that makes sense. In a roundabout way.
Wait, so
Yeah.
you're telling me the absurd, dangerous demon prince of the undeath, undying, whatever, Orcus is gone.
Yeah?
As you say that, he immediately checks on the part of his body that does have the brand. And lo and behold, it is not there. And he pauses. He's
We
looking.
don't have ties to him.
Yeah, he pauses. He's looking at it. He's checking again. Wait, no. Hold on. I got. Sorry, sis. I need to make sure it is gone. He's looking at you to see if he can find the mark on you as well.
I mean, you're not going to find much of a mark on me either.
What the hell? Okay, okay, no, that's actually a bad thing. There's 7 of those, 9. Okay, I feel like I'm out of the loop of a lot of things.
You've been gone for quite some time, so it would make sense why you're out of the loop for a lot of things.
He then points to Baractus. Does he have any involvement of, well, Orcus being gone?
Maybe not the most direct hand. More like someone else got him.
Oh, of course. There's always big fish running around the place.
Honestly, though. And this is out of the context. Are we going after him? The Golden King? Is that right? Is that who that is?
One of many people on a hit list that we have to kill.
Oh, great! Awesome! It's one of many. Great! Fantastic!
I mean, you did.
Think of this as like the Mega Man boss rush, where we have like a laundry list of villains to get through, and we're gonna be hitting them all up.
Not just that, but you did kind of kicked his avatar's ass quite a bit, so.
Oh yeah.
His avatar was a bitch. He should have known better than to fuck with us.
So, yeah, we are actually on our way to kick ass and take names, so to speak. And the one that has taken out Morpheus is definitely one of them. So.
You see your brother pause for a moment, thinking hard. He opens his mouth to say something, closes it, thinks about it. Okay. I think I got my thought process. So, my understanding is after I was clearly murdered, because I do remember that one jackass with the eye patch, and the freak with
He's one of the many.
And the freak with the skull mask.
Another one.
Somehow, in the span of who knows how long I've been dead? You get
How long? Oh God.
It'll be whatever the amount of years it has been since you've met Syndra till now. So.
Yeah, right. I want to say at least 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's at least. Could be longer.
Again, he kind of pauses. After you.
It's been a while. It's been a good 10 plus years.
I need to roll this for his reaction on that one. Oh, he takes it sarcastically of, oh wait, so I've been dead for, I'm sorry, 10 plus years?
Yes.
Technically 11 and a half right now.
You're not part of this.
I know.
Huh. Uh,
I will say, not a second of it has not been spent trying to figure out another way to bring you back, as I still consider it of my own fault that this has happened.
I mean, I'm not blaming you, sis. Okay, I kind of rolled in with the wrong crowd, and I mean, you look good for another plus 10 years on you, sis. And shit, so you literally became from, yeah. He pauses as if to hesitate. Yeah, I remember. Eye patch, green asshole, and mask watching everything Freakazoid along with the rest of their posse. They did horrible things to us. I know that. So you went from there to however you managed to escape them to badass. Points again to Bractos. This guy's. Okay, are you like a holy warrior like Mom is, or.
Not exactly. I really don't know how to explain it in such a way that makes sense. But, the roundabout way to put it, I'm a champion to this primal. And,
That sounds like Mom. When she.
in a way, sure, I suppose.
Yeah,
I suppose you're not wrong.
yeah, Mom being one of those holy warriors for Bahamut. Yeah, the platinum dragon.
Yes. Only I don't wield anything necessarily of. I mean, I guess I do, technically. I look down at my arm. You can't say anything about it but me.
I'm not even. I'm not even gonna comment that particular comment that just got thrown there.
Thank you.
God damn it, Mariner. That's all I'm
Knock
gonna
it
say.
off.
Yeah.
Knock it off. Quit it. Stop.
All right. Points again to Bractos. He looks like he's a statue at the moment. Is that a good sign or a bad sign?
I don't know how much longer he'll remain a statue, but currently, it's a good sign. The reason you're even anchored here is because of him right now.
Oh, wait. So I owe my soul to him now?
No. You don't. He was able to pull you through in some other aspects, but you're not necessarily tied to him.
Oh, by the way, Arizel, can you roll me the dice, or do you want me to roll for you then?
No, I can roll. It just might take me a minute to come back to the chat.
I don't want that to happen.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, no, I don't want you getting lost to the whole chat thing. I was gonna say if you
Yeah,
can
I'll
roll
just-
me, if you can roll me a d4.
Okay. Right. See. Yes, I have yet to tell you about my girlfriend, but that's another story altogether.
Huh. You know, I never. Actually, no, no, there was that cute girl back home. Okay, no, that makes a lot of sense now.
Yep.
Oh, you rolled a 4, and as he does that, he makes a snap of his fingers as he's remembering the particular memory, and you see electricity pop out from his fingers. Ooh, is that normal? got like some lightning stuff
Yeah,
coming out of my
that's
fingers.
pretty normal.
Huh. Right. And, oh man. I don't suppose this place has food, right?
I don't think so. I have never seen food here that I've ever remembered, to be honest. But, I do have some, a roll, if you'd like that.
Give it here.
Hand him the roll.
He takes the roll and eats it. Oh, wow. Food tastes delicious. Okay. You know what? After all the crap that... Well, I kind of went into, like, I guess you can call it sleep, but you must have went through a lot of crap. It's good to see you again. He immediately gives you a hug.
And I will return with a tighter hug. I'm still looking to find a way to bring you back.
Wait, this is temporary?
Fortunately, yes. He cannot hold on to this for very long.
Ah, shit.
I know. I would love this to be permanent, but I think there's a lot more outside of these forces that I need to figure out how to find someone or something to bring you back.
He points to Bractus again. Well, he's not strong enough? He looks pretty strong.
He looks strong where he stands. I don't know that he has the full powers with him to bring you back completely.
Oh, crap. Hold on. As he starts stuffing the rest of the roll down. down.
He called him an asshole.
And as he's doing it, I'm gonna enjoy my food.
Yeah, How is the rule? I hope you don't choke on that.
You know, at this point, if I'm gonna die, again, I might as well die choking at this one with food.
Jesus Christ! Please no.
Alright, crap. Now you just told me that I'm actually scared.
Me too.
So I'm guessing we're going to fight something, I'm guessing, from the sounds of what you're saying.
A bunch of somethings, but yes. I will be taking down the Red Fox. And Eric along with them. So you won't have to die in vain. Along with a few others that, of course, have been wreaking havoc on the entire universe as we know it.
Wait. So it's not just like our little port town home seclusion crap up in... When did we get into the universe stuff?
Again,
What the hell have you been doing for the past 10 years? More.
There's not enough time to tell you every single thing, but I will say that yes, it does deal with a lot bigger than home. A hell of a lot bigger than home. Okay, yeah.
You begin seeing... Oh. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You were trying to crack in and out a little bit.
Yeah.
But you begin seeing him slightly flicker in and out of existence more. Oh crap. At least tell me the food is at least gonna stay in my stomach. I want to at least enjoy that. Alright.
I will reach out, give him one more hug.
He's not as solid as before, but there's still substance there. He gives you that hug back. He's also gonna add, alright, you know what, sis, go kick ass. Shit, I don't even know what to say. As he's about to say something else, he pops out of existence. And as that happens, Bracto's eyes slowly open. Breath begins to return to him as well. I apologize, but I couldn't hold the connection for very long as the pool of entropy is superior to that of my own.
I know, and I truly do appreciate you being able to bring him, even if it was for the short time that we had. For as long as it has been. He certainly hasn't changed by much.
Yes, from the conversation I could hear while I was concentrating.
Thank you.
That being said, when the time comes, make the choice that is true to yourself. Forge your own destiny.
I will. Thank you. For
Then
everything.
my last parting gift, as I have promised to fight alongside your group in this final endeavor, but this gift is for you and for you alone. Let me just type this in. As a gold lightning bolt hits you right dead center. It doesn't hurt you, but his voice does echo in your mind. That is unfortunately a one-time use for you and for you alone.
Thank you.
Roll me a perception.
Oh, okay, give me a second. Where's me here? Snapshot. Come on, buddy. Up. I believe in you. Come on. Oh dear. Oh, hang on. It's taking its sweet time trying to get this.
No worries.
It's deciding whether to give up or not.
I want to give up.
See,
It
have a wish
literally
with,
is. Literally is.
Have a-
Like,
you have
There
a
we go.
wish with
I'll
no
take the 20.
repercussions.
I did not-
Repercussion as your rolls.
There's
yeah, literally. Didn't mean for advantage, but there you go.
despite the giant reptilian head that's staring down at you because of the immense size,
Oh,
you could have
shit.
you could have sworn there's a slight, tiny little crack of a smirk as the image fades away.
Holy shit. With no repercussions. Holy shit.
One-time use. That's it.
I will say she's saying that to herself too.
Let me make sure I write that in there as a one-time use. And that's that.
I truly do appreciate that.
Unfortunately, the image of Rakdos is gone now.
Oh, he is? Oh, he's gone? Oh, great. Awesome. Goodbye, buddy.
Yeah. As you say that, there's a... With your 20 perception, you can see just a faintest crack of a smirk that kind of cracked out a little bit from the stoic form of the primal.
Oh, shit. Yep. Awesome. Well, shit.
That's for you to decide and figure out
Yeah.
and me to have fun with.
Yep. And she ain't saying nothing to nobody.
Oh. Switching back a little bit to as Arizel heads off to go pick up a phone call. Syndra, do you do anything in the shop or are you going to head elsewhere?
She looks at Deneb. You don't happen to have a staff of the Magi I could borrow, do you?
Unfortunately, those have been repurposed. I've been using them as batteries for this shop of mine.
Okay. And Syndra will go to her room.
As you're about to step forward, can you roll me a perception at advantage?
I sure can. Can I succeed on it? I don't know. That's a 26.
Yep. Just gonna change this a little bit. And as you begin stepping, you realize that it got a little quiet. Or rather, too quiet. And with a quick look around, everything is a gray tone, silent world of stillness. And you know immediately the use of the particular spell that does this effect. In fact, you take a quick look at Deneb and Binge, and they are still in the midst of making their own motions. But,
Well, how are you?
oh yeah, just a moment. As you do hear a pair of boots coming from behind. Oh, let me just delete this token here because we're not here anymore. And a very familiar face shows up because a particular individual kept drinking and screaming nonsense for a good portion of the times you met him.
Okay. Madame. This is unexpected.
and with a clarity you never expect this guy to speak with. Oh, yes, you cannot believe the crazy shit that's been happening. Anyway, hello, more popular introductions. Yes, yes. Miss Sandra Gallows, Lady of the White Winter Witch, a potential aspect of death, mortal enemy of fucking stupid idiot Archmagus that decided to fuck up everything. Yes, yes, yes. I know. And he's turning in the direction of this way, as if he's talking to somebody, but still talking to you. Oh, okay. Yes, yes. All right. Anyway, Miss Gallows, proper introductions. Normally people would be calling me Mad Dan, which is not exactly wrong, but you may also know me as Nathaniel. No worries, you'll need to bother remembering that name. You're going to forget this particular interaction soon enough. But, how are you doing, dear?
I'm doing alright.
Good, good,
All
good.
things considered.
Yes, taking on the role of death, or possible role of it. Ugh. Crap work, I'm going to tell you that now.
Okay.
Look, don't be afraid of me. Trust me, I'm the least of your worries. It's just, I finally was able to see things more properly after. Unfortunately, a lot of the vast multiverse got kind of squashed, eaten, swallowed up, and only one remains. And then he looks at the bowl in front of him, picks it up, and you see him just unceremoniously starts eating the contents within. Ooh, delicious. Right. You have questions. Then he turns again to that same direction as if he's talking to somebody. Yes, yes, I'm getting to the point of it. Look, it's not my fault all the paradox situations happened because you couldn't handle sitting on the stupid seat for so damn long. Anyway, where was I? Right, my role here. One of many. I see things, unfortunately. So I look a little too deep into the vast kaleidoscope of the multiverse, and then some jackass decides to fuck things over. It does not happen, never should have, but this shit happened. Anyway, I do have to ask. Since it seems like you're probably the only one that actually has a brain and a plan for stuff like this, better than some other previous managers. As he says the word manager, he looks again at the empty space that is not there. Could I just ask, what do you plan to do?
And why should I tell you in the first place?
Because I'm probably one of the few who can help you. Or, at the very least, stop the stupid, crazy shit happening again. So instead of just putting a band-aid, I can probably help you reinforce the damn thing altogether.
Well, besides becoming death itself, I suppose I intend to make some minor changes to the timeline that nobody's going to notice because they've already happened. Just to make sure everything goes as planned.
Alright. We're getting somewhere here. Now, I meant to ask you to do one condition for me because this is definitely key to fixing a lot of things. So, I'm gonna need you to erase, absolutely entropy them out of existence. A couple of individuals. I will give you names in time, but it is important that you do that. And no worries, myself included is also there because, well, paradoxes must not exist, unfortunately. One of the heavy rules that unfortunately was left a little bit unceremoniously alone until it became a cancerous problem.
Yes, I assumed paradoxes were a mean to an end.
Oh, sweetheart, trust me, it was more than two. More than two. I'd say it was about a good 200 dozen. Trust me, stupid situation that happened. Anyway. Ah. I suppose the last question I had to give or ask, uncertainty of it all. Your thoughts on a whole brand new universe instead of, following the script of back to the old routine, whatchamacallit, put everything back to the way it was.
To be honest, I kind of like the universe as it is. But I don't think that's going to be the case. It's time for a change. And change is inevitable.
Okay, progress. Better than that Primus Jackass and some other people. Okay, you got ambition. I like that. Alright. I can trust you with this. And he gestures you to come a little closer. Come on, I don't bite. At least, not anymore now that I got my senses back to normal for the few minutes. Yeah, careful.
Very
Don't
well.
don't touch those poor two. They went through a lot of crap. I'm kind of
Yes, I
feeling.
imagine that's with spell.
Yeah, this ain't no spell, sweetheart. Trust me. Right now, you and I are literally in the frozen moment of a. Well, think of walking within the millisecond. If you can think of a time being frozen down to the very, very smallest second. It is still progressing, but you and I are now traversing in that moment. But anyway, I can't be here for too long since my time is very much running loose. So, I'm going to give you this little thing. You figure out what to do with it because this was causing me quite a bit of a headache. And, yeah, tell Ao I said hi. As he holds out a hand, and you see a bright blue glow as he opens his palm and reveals this.
I'm sure I will.
Good. Now just be careful you don't
Thanks.
break that open until you're ready. Things get a little wonky, you know?
Understood.
Good. Now, I suggest you get back to your original spot, or everyone's going to be wondering how you managed to teleport over to here. Smart girl. Anyway, pity, but this is going to be our last conversation, as much as I would love to speak with the rest of you. That stupid, silly, funny frog abomination. Really fun to talk with, even though my brain was melting. And everyone else. But, this is curtain calls from me, so... good luck. As he gives you a mock salute, and you can sense his essence corroded away into nothing. And in that brief span of time freezing, he turns to dust and vanishes, and the gray world that you're in begins to get its color.
Cinder does her best to remember how she was standing.
Well, actually, I do need you to roll me an intelligence saving throw.
That's a 32.
You remember the details. For a brief moment, it feels like something was about to scrub your mind, especially the absurdity of it all. But you managed to retain your memory. And as time begins to move again, you see Deneb is in the midst of panicking while Binge is in the middle of trying not to stir too hard, and Deneb is casting various necromancy spells that you can tell are raise dead, true resurrection. You can even hear a curse in a very elegant elvish tongue of, God damn it, if only I had not lost that wish spell.
Cinder's just gonna sneak on past them.
Yep, not even paying attention to you as you're passing by. Then that just, alright, darling, go and get some rest. I'm sure the others will be more than happy to accommodate you for food and drinks. Binge, darling, just please, just stay here. I don't want to be responsible for any godly goopity goop power responsibilities they might pass on to me. You're their champion. Wait, what? Don't worry, nothing about it. Just stay here.
Sindra will grab Amarna and go to her room.
Alright. So everyone is, oh, yes.
It's like, and then the fun starts.
Well, you guys are all here. Well, let me just,
I hate when you said that, Google. This is all. The GIF is all I thought of. I think I posted. I'll never not love the prequels.
I was wondering, I was like, man, I feel like I heard that before somewhere. Alright,
So, I guess time to start the convoluted part of the plan.
Indeed. What is your convoluted plan, Syndra?
Well, she has this ring, that gives her 3 things, 2 of which she's going to burn now, just to cast Simulacrum of herself twice. gives most of her items over to one of them, such as her lawbreaker and the gun and some other minor magical items she has. And the two of them, because they are simulacrums and contain this, are both going to cast True Polymorph upon each other. And gonna turn themselves into I don't know. What level is the dragon that she's currently at?
Oh, the dragon that she's at?
Yeah, is it higher than her challenge rating?
Yeah. But
They
if you
will
want
turn themselves into
the obsidian dragon, I will allow that.
Yes, they will turn themselves into obsidian dragons.
Okay. You can do that. Let me just grab my little notepad here to write that down so I don't forget. Okay. So, 2 adult semi-dragons. Okay.
Miser, above table.
Yes.
Did you name Dan after Nathaniel Hawthorne?
God damn, was I that obvious?
No, the only reason I knew is because that's technically who I'm also named after. It's just funny, a weird coincidence. Especially like even the spelling too. Well, mine's different, but yeah.
Okay, once you got that down, I'll continue.
Yes, I already got it down.
She looks at Amarna and says, I will be back for you as soon as I can. And she is going to... Depends on which one I need to use. Either plane shift or teleport. To null.
I would say plane shift would be more accurate.
Alright. Then she will plane shift using the rod to go to null.
Are you going to null right now?
Yes.
Okay.
True Cinder is.
So you're sending the 2 cinders to null.
No.
Okay. I'm just making sure I'm...
The two simulacrums.
Yeah.
Well, the 2 adult obsidian dragons are posing as Syndra, and they're staying here in the room. True
Alright.
Syndra herself is going to null.
Alright, there we go. Okay, so you're going to null. Alright. So you're going to... Oh, wait, that's not it.
Everything alright?
I think I lost a map.
Oh shit.
Martin's just going through his how fucked are you sheet right now.
It's more of like I had a map.
Did it get corrupted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, it was also the fact that I haven't been on that map for a very long time. I might have to just I might have to just make a new one. Hold on, let me just make sure I'm not. Okay, no, that was gone. River of Blood is gone. Okay, yeah, no, that's gone as well. The other thing too is, oh wait, were these the ones that went missing when I switched to jump gate and I just never bothered because I didn't think I was. Knowing me, that was probably the case. Let's see. You know what? I am just going to cheat a little bit. I'll just use that room. Like, so I'll have you move here for now, just to save some time and grace. And if only this thing can move a little bit faster.
No, it's so tiny.
Yep. Well, seems like it didn't really save the sun. Wait, did it double? Oh, I see what Jeebus was mentioning about the double up of the tokens. Thankfully, it's not like that on my other screen, so I don't have to worry about that.
Oh shit, it's the God Horse.
I feel like if we were playing in person, I would have slapped you for that one.
I know.
I was about to say something very similar. But yeah, as you enter that realm, you do find Null. And it just silently waits for your addressing to it.
Out of respect, she turns into her draconic form. She just says, well, it's almost that time. I take no joy in this, but whenever you're ready.
There is a pause. It's not really a reluctance, but more of a look. Well, I suppose you'll have to accept all of my essence in this point. As alongside Null, or at least the peaceful side of it, is the more wrathful, the Reaver of Death. And the first one crosses the threshold. Roll me a con save.
Oh yeah, do this dragon.
I'll let you decide on which one you think is best to use. You feel the weight. Oh, you're gonna use.
Do I need to use something, or is this gonna hurt?
No, you don't really need to use anything. This, or rather, I should say, it's not going to hurt health, physical, metagame speaking wise. But you are going to feel something.
Okay.
So, as the first part of it, Null, the guardian of the lost, of the souls of the dead, enters, or rather, breaks apart, and the essence surges into you. You feel the weight of eons, experience, age, witness to stars birth and die. You've seen other gods, names known and unknown, of importance and of insignificance, pass on by. Many forgotten, many more drift in the astral sea as corpses, but also the long solitude. The Reaver aspect of Null has a bit of a mocking grin and speaks. Well, as my better half has accepted you, and you do have some of my vestige on you, I wonder what you will bring to this, well, coming end. As he also begins to break apart and his essence flows into you. And I need now a wisdom saving throw. Man, we gotta get those bad rolls out now.
Yeah.
So, just like with the Guardian of the Lost, the Reaver of Death enters you, but you don't feel the weight of time passing through in solitude. No, you feel the eons of rage, of anger, of constantly seeing repeated mistakes happening over and over, slights that have not been properly ledgered and balanced. Many mortals foolishly and constantly defying the order, the balance of the system that was implemented. And even those that would sit upon the highest throne, and the one that must sit upon the throne that is deep beneath the existence of life and death itself, the counterbalance of order and chaos. And the fact that there are more than just mortals, there are divine beings that have the audacity to constantly keep breaking a system, a flawed system, an even more flawed manager of the system. That is the amount of rage you feel from the eons of constant repeat after repeat after repeat of mistakes. And you are compelled to use your breath weapon at this moment.
All right. Do you need me to roll it or?
Up to you. I'll let you decide on that. Now roll me a D100. Call high or low.
Hi. Jeez.
Well, like Nerby said, I followed through with what's going to happen. So, as you unleash your full strength, especially now that you've gained, one would say, the rotting essences or the remains of the long-time steward of this existence, of this universe, your attack begins to break apart this small little domain, this dimension of what's left of Nulls, or at least your predecessor Null's realm. And in it all, I make one more roll. I was making one more roll. Ooh. Just a moment. Why is this not working? Oh, wait. I'm looking at the wrong folder, that's why. Whoopsie. Yeah, there is... Wait. Here you are. So as the realm is, this domain is completely and utterly wiped out, you're greeted with a familiar face. And I realized I put him in the wrong layer.
Above table, that's you in gold, right?
Yep, that's him. And he looks quite impressed. Well, ain't this interesting? I suppose I need to salute to you and congratulate you on your rebirth. Sort of.
Do whatever you want, Jingle.
I'm not bowing to you just yet. Not just yet. But hey, I'm looking forward to our meeting again. Did you tell the others that I was waiting? Oh man, I had a excellent deal that I made.
Oh, really?
Oh yes. I mean, you are still, he gestures to your form, a newborn. Kind of. I wonder what it's like to reap the actual aspect of death. That's. Ooh, it gives me chills. Death reaping death.
As you said, I could time travel still.
Hmm?
When I asked you before, if after I was only null, I could time travel still.
Yes.
I wish to travel to the end of Asgaroth. To the void.
As you attempt this, you sense something is purposely preventing you from going there. Yugal just looks to that side. Ooh. I suppose that would be possible, but. Yeah, not gonna let you have that chance. Not yet. Gotta settle things here first. But once all of you are nice and ready, I'll be happy to reap you later. But no. We made sure that time traveling at the moment is off the chart. At least until you and the big guy handle that problem. And with that, Yugal gives a mock salute as he fades away from existence, at least from your domain. And I will say this, you know you're capable of doing that. It's just, right now, a certain titan is preventing that from happening.
Well, then that changes my ability or my plans a little.
It was a good one. It's just everything is being squashed and compartmentalized to this point.
Then I suppose I'll turn back to my humanoid self and return back to the bar.
Alright. Grab that. And in the time that you have left, not even 3 minutes have passed.
Well, this is bloody annoying.
Did something happen? As
Just a change of plans, dear. Just a change of plans.
it must have been something very drastic if it was only been less than 3 minutes for the plan to change.
Well, at the very least, I can say that I am the Obsidian Scaled End now. So I have become null.
You see the look on Armano's face of processing all that. Huh. Well, I suppose ever since we came to this crazy island, has been nothing but various types of surprises.
Well, in one way, I've actually succeeded at what my original problem was.
You'll have to pardon me for not being able to keep up with that. What was the original problem?
Death. I suspect you didn't know, but I was deeply afraid of death.
Oh. Yes, you definitely have me and the rest of the crew quite fooled on that. For a moment, I thought you were talking about some sort of metaphysical or one of the 100 things that were posing as saying I am death and all that stuff. You know me, I'm not exactly the biggest fan or card holder of the pantheons and gods and goddesses running around demanding worship.
Well, now I stand above all of that. Now we just have to win.
Oh, the crew are ready. They're set to jump in when they can. Same for all the various other people. They all wanted to chip in one way or another. In a sense, you kind of have a extended crew. Would this be considered a naval fleet at this point, considering the amount of people we're gathering?
I suppose it is.
We just need the appropriate amount of boats and ships, galleons, and the like. Make sure to remind that Adaria she owes you a boat. Well, she owes you a galleon at this point. A dozen galleons.
Yes, I could literally make any ship I wanted.
True, but it does have a nice feel to have that person pay you back with what she agreed on.
Yes, I will make her. I do have a morbid question. Not really morbid.
Oh dear.
But what is it like being in a room with 3 of me?
I have ideas. We'll fade to black on that one. And shifting there. Adaria and do you want to do anything before Arizel arrives?
I'll save the disciple talk for probably another time.
Okay. But
Or like second before we head off. I think that'd be more appropriate.
okay. But yeah, Arizel, Adaria, as you enter the bar, I need you both to roll me an intelligence saving throw.
I'm very intelligent, let me tell you.
I know.
I actually am. That was the joke. Katarina just feigns stupidity because it's easier.
She plays the dumb blonde.
Pretty much. It's easier to catch people off guard when she outwits them.
Okay.
Literally legally blind moment now I think about it.
Okay, so Arizel, I'm sorry to say, but yeah, everything is the same as same.
Wait.
Everyone, yeah, Arizel.
No, I was saying, don't you have a slippery mind that gives you advantage on instays?
Oh, that's right. You are level 17. Let me see.
Pretty sure slippery mind is this level. Thank God I play rogues enough to actually remember these things.
So you have one more roll.
Go for it. Go for it. That's better.
It's better. Unfortunately, it doesn't pass. At least I can give a better. I can give a different dialogue result.
Not within Shub's aura of whatever.
Shed's aura of bullshit.
Shoves all over there. He's over there with Galmac, still trying to figure out the whole thing with the weird smashed remains of the punching bag.
It'd be like that. Damn it, Shub.
But alright, so I'll give a quick narrative of this. So Arizel, unfortunately, as you enter into the bar piece or the tavern, everything seems normal. You see the familiar faces. Everybody is here and there. They're all preparing for battle. All of them are giving you a cheer and a salute. Adaria, the same thing applies to you, except you do notice that a certain Mad Dan is no longer present and not drinking with your disciple or bothering him. He is just gone. No traces of him at all.
Oh, you crazy bastard. Kind of makes sense, though, because Adaria kind of knew it was conduit for the bullshit. Well, I hope you went out doing something incredibly stupid. Because that would be funny. Alright. Oh. Hello, Ari. Oh, don't worry about it. mad ramblings of eons past and all that bullshit. The kind of stuff you kind of lied to yourself about before big war.
Oh, there's your question there, Addo.
Hey, out of the back of my head, I'm just thinking, lovely weather we're having in the literal void of space. When? Alright. But, there was something I wanted to talk about real quick. So, remember when I said 5-minute in and out adventure for the whole Feywild bullshit? And it wasn't a 5-minute in and out adventure, believe it or not. Now, some said even Ripley wouldn't believe it, but that's a whole other thing. Anyway. There's been one thing I've been at least meaning to tell you. So, once everything kind of shakes out, with us winning, who the fuck is Ripley? Person that wrote a book about truths and lies, about doors that wonder if you could believe it or not. Are you reading my mind right now? No. God, if only. But what I was going to get at was kind of going forward, once everything shakes out. I don't know if I'll be able to see the rest of you again. You kind of. I'll still be here. I'll just be. Look at it as kind of this way. When we went to do what I did, and I claimed the astral dragon for myself, I essentially claimed its throne. Meaning, I'm bound to the stars, really, now. And once the universe gets recreated, I'm basically there for an eternity. There's not really much I can do around that, outside of occasionally send meteorites at people, which would be funny. But other than that, that's where I'll make my home. I don't know. In all honesty, I really don't. Don't want to say it is, but I'm just preparing for inevitability. Because I still wish to interact and talk with you all, but ultimately this was the path laid out for me. It was kind of funny because I thought my path would be I'd get a flower, start a fun business, and then kind of fuck off. But now I'm at the feet of the gods, and I'd rather not be. It's not. Shut the fuck up, Lugo. Oh my god. I hate you so much. I mean, hell yeah. Who the fuck is going to pester them for eternity as gods if I can't pester them? I'll just be in the fucking stars. It's boring. But it's not really my choice to make. I wouldn't say destiny. I don't believe in that shit. What a damn. It's just a path that was laid out before me. I feel if I don't walk it, then an STD will spread all over the universe, and I'd rather not have that. Damn. When it hits so hard that they actually leave the call.
I have no comments on that part.
One day I'll have an actual serious character moment where I'm not also weaving in jokes into it, but I don't think today is that day. The void. Oh no! The void mean get the fuck out of here, boy. You're not welcome here.
Ah, okay.
Hello?
Slowly coming
Hello?
back.
Discord decided. I didn't like the joke about the STD. That's why it stopped.
Yeah.
The moment it heard it, it was like, no, you can't do that here. Not in my Christian Discord.
No worries.
But if you want my honest opinion, I'd rather not take a... I've said this before, and in all honesty, it is kind of ironic. I have run away from the throne before, done away with royalty tidings and all that crap. And part of me does want to run away again. It's just, I feel like if I do, would I be the one responsible for not? Or letting things go to shit, when I could have been the one to stop it?
Oh, 100%. Well, there's the Golden Throne, which is a whole other fucking issue. But there's a whole other family lineage of royals that I'd rather not get too lost in the weeds about, because it starts getting messy. But I don't know. Maybe I could find loopholes, ways to visit you guys. I would be God of Stars after all. For all I know, I could just draw a picture of me sticking my tongue out at Syndra every time I see her, or a giant middle finger every time she passes by.
That's funny.
And that's how someone got erased.
Oh, you're gonna hate the one thing I actually talked to Miser about for some star stuff.
I take no sides. I'm just here for the narrative with you guys.
Oh, I'm well aware. Pretty sure if her plan goes to whatever the fuck she's doing, I'd probably end up dead in a ditch somewhere, so it's probably not for the best. But it would be funny for, like, the first time, and the only time. Unless I just make multiple iterations of myself to kind of annoy her. No, that'd be stupid. That would just lead us to more paradoxical bullshit. You know I would, but there's already 2 of me existing. I don't think we need more. But it's kind of just what I wanted to talk about is, I don't know if it's going to come down to the end or the start of a new beginning where you get to see the joys and journeys of space. Just been on my mind. Though I tried to talk to Binge about it, it seemed to go a little over his head. I feel bad for him, actually. I think Binge doesn't understand the concept of if some of us were to ascend, then we might not be able to come back. And I kind of feel bad for him. Oh, he does. And talk to him at least about that. But he also still wants to see us once this is all over. Like, keep a strong connection kind of thing, and I don't know if that's actually feasible. I don't know. don't know. I think for one, I've seen what the end of everything looks like. It's kind of boring, to be honest. It's like a blank white slate of nothingness, and I just don't think the world deserves that again. And this time, rather than running away, I'm choosing to take a stand, even though it's probably a fucking stupid one. Plus, if I run away, Cinder will probably just erase me from time or do some bullshit anyway, so... Or just constantly loop me back to coming back, so it would be kind of irrelevant. Well, what do you want to do? I know I'm talking about all my problems, but I really asked you what you want to do in the end. Well, at the very least, as Adri just probably grabs a glass that's been sitting there. Maybe once everything goes back to all this, you'll be able to.
Well, there's your question, Adaria.
Yeah, I know. Give me a second. Fuck yeah, we should. I don't want to fucking be boring bad the whole fucking night. Fuck that.
Well,
Oh,
alright, well, phase of black for these two as well, and we'll end this. I suppose one will call it the first half of this RP session, since we are missing our other 3 members. Hopefully, when they come back for the next session, we can conclude this preparation session and begin the final dungeon and the boss rush. So with that happening, thank you everyone for this evening. I am your DM, Miser Mark. You can find my content on both YouTube and Twitch. I don't do social media, that's brain rot. And well, I'm looking forward to how my players conclude this really, really long campaign we've been on. And normally I would pass this over to Jeebus, my co-DM for this weekend, but he is unfortunately away for this Mother's Day evening, so good luck to them and to the others who are also missing. Rowan and Salad. So hopefully for the next Wildlands they'll be here. So I'll toss it over to next Sunday. Mariner.
Hello, I am Trans-Space Bearder. You can find me on Twitch under the same name, or it's kind of around these games. Yeah. So next Sunday, the party's is kind of they're in a dome. They're just chilling, getting ready for a musical performance that definitely won't hurt. Yeah. That's really all they got to do, and that's really all I have to plug. So I'll throw it to Moogle.
Yep, next Monday will be Hunter's game, and see if they finally make it to a library or not.
Now we got to die in an alley first.
There was never a chance of him dying in that alley.
Oh, 100%, I figured.
I'm not that evil.
We just escalated to an 11.
Anyway, if you want to know more about that, you can watch last week's episode where I had one of the boys get stabbed in the guts. But love is hard. So anyway, I have a blue sky, and that's about all I got. So back to Miser, or well, River, if you have anything.
Okay. Unfortunately, River's mic is being funky, but then again, we always have tech issues. So, closing us out, thank you everyone once again for participating, being part of this really long campaign that's coming to an end, and I'm both thrilled and content that we're reaching this point. That being said, I am Miser Mark. Thank you all again. You all have a safe night. Happy Mother's Day, and adios.